And I'm Mike.
And today we're doing a non-spoiler review of Tim Burton's Beetlejuice.
Beetlejuice! Now, as Kendall was saying, Beetlejuice is directed by Tim Burton. It stars Michael Keaton, Geena Davis, Alec, Baldwin, and also includes Wynona, Ryder, and several other notable folks from the Hollywood that was. I grew up watching this movie. It's a PG movie by the old PG standards, just a heads up. There's definitely some language in this movie. So depending on your sensitivity, you may want to preview it once again before you watch it with your kids that are under the age of 13. I definitely think this one is probably something that might be closer to PG-13 as opposed to PG.
That's true.
Just warning you. I grew up, this movie came out when I was a kid and I enjoyed it thoroughly. There was even a Saturday morning cartoon show called Beetlejuice based on this movie that maybe wasn't the greatest, but
yeah, something to watch, right?
it was something to watch. But Beetlejuice was one of those phenomenons when I was growing up that my friends and I quoted that movie quite regularly when I was growing up.
Cuss words and all?
Maybe when my parents weren't around, cuss words flying here and there. But so Beetlejuice is basically a movie about a couple that finds themselves in the afterlife and haunting the house that they lived in and having to deal with new tenants in the house, so to speak, and trying to possibly get rid of people that they don't like living in their new house. Yes. Without giving too much away, other than that, I'd like to ask you, what did you think of it overall?
I thought it was definitely a really funny movie. Mm-hmm. I enjoyed it a lot. It's definitely not PG for like these times, so I was a little bit surprised. But then again, I've seen some.
So you've seen Tim Burton movies before?
Yeah.
Like, what did you think of this one compared to like Edward Scissorhands or?
This one was definitely more like a humorous.
Oh, by far.
One rather than like a serious one, like Edward Scissorhands was.
Just that serious.
More well,
Tim Burton's kind of weird.
Well, like more serious, like not. It doesn't have as much humor in it
okay.
as Beetlejuice does. Yeah.
You're totally
like not
correct.
Serious in like a weird way, but like serious in a humor way. So,
what did you think about it?
I thought it was funny
mm-hmm.
and it had a good storyboard.
It had a good story as well. What else did you like about it? Did you girls like the effects that were in it?
Yeah. The effects, like for the time, the effects were actually pretty good. So
yeah, but I mean, even say for our time, I mean, did you enjoy it? Did they bother you at all?
Not really.
No.
Some of them looked a little weird.
Yeah.
But because they didn't look like fully real, but this was like early 80s or late 80s.
Yeah, 88. So late 80s.
So late 80s, so that's actually pretty good for the time. So
I think that you can also see a lot of the precursor stuff that he was leading into when you get down the road, down to like Nightmare Before Christmas and things like that, in terms of like the animation that was done in it.
Yes.
I definitely liked it a lot. I'm glad that I shared it with you guys.
I liked that
for
movie.
certain.
It was really funny.
Like I said, I mean, do you guys think it was too raunchy? Do you think that do you think your friends would enjoy it?
I think my friends would probably enjoy it.
Do you think your friends' parents would enjoy them watching it?
Probably, but there's
It's
just
going to depend on the
not.
parent.
It depends on the parent.
So, like I said, there's definitely some language in this movie, and there's definitely some adult themes, I would say. Parts in it that might fly by the kids' eyes, but definitely didn't fly by mine. Parts that I definitely remember as a child. So, I don't know, overall, what do you give this movie?
I give it 4.5 stars.
4.5 stars, huh?
I liked this movie a lot. I loved the characters, and I loved how, even in like, right now I'm watching Stranger Things, and one of the characters in Beetlejuice is in Stranger Things, and I'm like, oh my gosh! And yeah. I also
Your first introduction to Wynona Ryder,
Yeah, I liked this movie a lot. I liked how it was funny, and I loved the story, and
the story was pretty good. Mm-hmm. Music was pretty well done too. Like some of the musical parts were pretty funny.
Yeah, some of the musical parts were really funny.
So what about you? What do you think you'd give it?
I would give it 4.5 because wasn't as good as I expected it would be.
It was, or was it?
It wasn't as good as I expected.
You expected it to be? What did you expect?
Expected Beetlejuice not to be bad.
Not too bad.
Yeah.
I
He's
agree.
bad, dude.
I did expect him to be a good guy because the movie's named after him.
He's totally not. He's totally gross. He's totally obnoxious. He's totally. That's why I was
Like
so
him a
happy
lot,
when we went
though.
to Universal and your mom and I got a chance to take a picture with him. He is by far one of my favorite characters of all time. I love it. I mean,
He's pretty
he
good.
makes me laugh. So, overall for me on this movie, I'm definitely going to give it a 4 3/4. And I don't know if it's because of a nostalgia factor. I definitely would say it's a good movie.
It is
It's
a
got
really
a
good
really
movie.
good story. Tim Burton did a really good job directing it. I definitely like the way the whole thing went. And like I said, it's one of those movies now that I can watch. I can watch it over and over again. I saw it when it came out in 1988, and here we are in 2019, and I still enjoy it watching it now just as much as I did when I was a kid. So I'm definitely, I mean, it's one of those ones that hits close to 5 on 5, but you know, I'm definitely glad that I was able to share it with you kids. I completely forgot about some of the language parts, but I definitely think that was
That's
okay.
That's okay.
That happens when you're watching the old PG movies from, you know,
Like
the
Spaceballs.
mid 80s and a little bit in that period. The standards were a little bit different. It's before they had PG-13, so some of these movies definitely you might want to preview them before the kids,
Yes.
just to get an idea of what you're getting into, unless you watch the movie regularly and you know what to expect. So if you get a chance to watch Beetlejuice with the kids, why don't you let us know down in the comments what you thought about it. If you like this review, why don't you give us a like, and if you really, really like it and you want to see more, hit the subscribe button. We really do appreciate you watching kMk Movie Reviews. If you like what you're seeing, please share it with your friends. We definitely would like to get a whole community going where we're sharing what we think and you kids are sharing back what you think about these movies. Thank you so much for watching kMk Movie Reviews and our review of Tim Burton's
Beetlejuice.
Beetlejuice. Hopefully you enjoyed what you see. Thanks again for watching. I'm Mike.
I'm Kora.
And I'm Kendall.
Hopefully we'll see you folks.
At the movies.
So yeah, overall, would you review this? Did I ask you if you? So did I ask you?